When the night shift began, Ethan, a quiet single dad working as a janitor in a large corporate office, moved silently through the marble floors with his mop and bucket. He was invisible to most, just another blue uniform in the background. Few knew that years ago, before tragedy struck, Ethan had once been a concert pianist, playing under bright lights and applause. But after his wife's passing, and with a little girl to raise, dreams were replaced with survival. One Friday night, as employees gathered for the company's annual gala, laughter and clinking glasses filled the lobby. Ethan was cleaning the hall when a group of young executives noticed the grand piano near the stage. One of them, tipsy and smug, called out, "Hey, Ethan! Why don't you play us something? Let's see if the janitor's got talent." The room chuckled. It was meant as a joke. Ethan froze. He could have smiled politely and walked away. But something inside him, maybe the memory of his daughter's voice saying, "Daddy, I love when you play. It sounds like Mommy's here again," gave him courage. He set his mop aside, walked to the piano, and sat down. The room grew quiet, curious. His fingers hovered for a moment, trembling, then began to move. What came out wasn't just music. It was pain and love, loss and hope woven together in every note. The melody told a story words couldn't, of a man who had loved deeply, lost completely, and still found beauty in the broken pieces. Conversation stopped, glasses stilled midair, even the loudest voices softened. By the time he reached the final chord, you could hear nothing but the sound of soft weeping. The CEO himself, standing in the back, had tears in his eyes. He approached Ethan, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Son," he said quietly, "that wasn't just music, that was life." He asked Ethan to play again, this time not as a janitor, but as the company's new music director for charity events. And from that night, Ethan's world began to change. Weeks later, his daughter watched from the front row as her father played on stage, wearing a suit instead of a uniform. She clapped with pride, eyes shining. Ethan looked out into the crowd, realizing something profound. Kindness and talent don't belong to titles or wealth. They live in the hearts of ordinary people who never stop believing, even when no one was watching. And as the final note echoed through the hall, everyone stood, not for a janitor who played piano, but for a father who reminded them what humanity truly sounds like. Moral, never underestimate the quiet ones. Sometimes their silence hides the most beautiful music.